Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family.
Good morning, good morning. How are you all today? It's Libby from libbystamps.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today we're using Well Said, which is a lovely bundle, and I'm so pleased they brought it out because as a scrapbooker, I'm always looking for sentiments to put on my pages. So there's not only the stamped sentiments there, but there's the dies as well. Wait while I see if I can find it in this pile. So you get two stamp sets, cling mount stamp sets with all these different sentiments on them, and you can mix and match them, and because they're cling mount you can use them with the Stamparatus and line everything up perfectly. And then there's the well written framelit dies which you get, and there are 51 cling stamps, so there's 51 sentiments, and there are 24 dies. Now the bundle is $132.25 Australian, which is 10% cheaper than if you bought the stamp set and then bought the dies separately. So these are the dies. You get a pretty little birdie and a butterfly and some flowers, and they've given us 3, which is good. And all these sentiments, they don't come on this, on the magnetic sheet. I buy magnetic sheets wholesale, and actually from Direct Magnets, I think in Victoria, if you're wanting to buy some. And they do have a sticky back to them, so you can join 2 pieces together as I have done here, and I've got double-sided, and then you're not trying to get your sentiments off the sticky stuff that comes with when you buy it through Stampin' Up. So $132.25. Now you might think that's a lot of money, and it is, but if you join, you can buy it, you can get that as part of your kit. Great, not just for cards and other paper crafting projects. Great for scrapbooks, and yeah, you can. I've used it so much since I bought it, and I didn't buy it that long ago, so I think I got it as a 50% off bundle because I had a workshop over $600. All right, so that's what we're going to use eventually today, and so I've talked all about that. Page 27 of the Occasions catalogue if you're interested in that bundle. Okay, get that out of the way. So I'm just scrolling down here a minute so I can see what's going on. This is the second day of a headache, so I'm not running on all cylinders at the moment. And unfortunately I bit Bob's head off this morning when he came in as I was trying to prepare for this, and thought he was up for a chat, but he wasn't. Just come in to tell me he was going to the post office to post something for me. All right, so Stampin' Up sell Whisper White 12 by 12 card in a pack of 12 sheets. All right, so if you're after that, the item number is 124302. Whisper White 12 by 12 inch cardstock, 12 sheets, acid-free, lignin-free. Now, I put that up on my blog yesterday or the day before about our tear and tape. Now, before Stampin' Up brought this out, I used to use the cheap brands, you know, that you can buy through, I don't know, the reject shop and places like that, or Spotlight, or, you know, scrapbook shops and what have you. They sell double-sided tape. And my 3D projects would all start to fall apart. Then I noticed on some old scrapbook pages my photos coming off and other elements that I'd used double-sided tape on. Now, I love that Stampin' Up brought this out because I haven't had any issues with it. So projects can be in the sun, the damp, the heat, the cold, whatever, and they don't fall apart with this tape. It's fantastic. So if you haven't tried it, I'd highly recommend the tear and tape adhesive. I use it all the time. And my next go-to, of course, is my liquid paste, my multi-purpose liquid glue. It usually comes with a wrapper on it. Let's see. But mine's fallen off. Okay, so Tombow Mono multi-liquid glue. Now, that's available through Stampin' Up, and it looks like that when it comes to you. Now, the broad tip I find is good for embossing folders, and of course you've seen me use the fine tip a lot. So, alright, so that's about adhesives. So today we're going to get a bit messy, and we're going to use pattern party decorative masks. Gee, I wish they wouldn't come up with tongue twisters for these sorts of things. And we're going to use this one. So there's 4 in a pack. And there was another one that was really pretty, and I've still got it, but it's retired now. Have a look on the clearance rack and see. There's a cloud one, a mandala type one, and a brick wall type one as well. Alright, so that's what you get in the pack, and don't have to just use them with embossing paste. You can use them as stencils. You can even use them with your embossing mats through your Big Shot. So lots of different uses for that. Alright, now we're going to use this, and then I'm going to run out for a second and throw everything in the sink so it doesn't clog up. Alright, now I did manage to clean my Stampin' Up silicone craft sheet, which is really handy. So now we've got some embossing paste here. I'm just not sure which one we're going to use. It depends on which one's still good. They tend to dry out if you don't use them a lot. So this is the ordinary embossing paste, item number 141979. I used it a little while ago and it was a bit dry. And of course I forgot to bring in some water today. Oh no, maybe this is a new one. Oh no, this is a new one. Must have finished the old one and forgotten. Oh, old timer's disease setting in. Alright, Let's see if I can open this without. I've been creating non-stop, so I have got a whole lot of things to go up on my blog while I'm away. So all my tools are a bit full of adhesive and a bit scungy. This isn't going to work, is it? So I'm just going to run my snips. No, I'm not. I don't want to get embossing paste on them. Where's my... Here it is. Alright. If you've got one of these, they're great. It's made by Tonic. Stampin' Up don't make them. But you just push down, and then when you're finished, it hides away. No more worrying about whether the lid's going to fall off. And you're going to get yourself caught on it. Alright, that'll do. Okay. So here's our embossing paste, and I might mix it with a little bit of brush-o. Alright, so I'm going to got the fan on, so I put some embossing paste on my mat. These palette knives come from Stampin' Up as well. Put the lid straight back on. Because I'm going to colour this, I can't put the embossing paste back in the jar, but I can put it back in the plastic bag. So how are we going out there? You bored silly yet? Hi Angie, how are you? Yeah, we'll have fun when I go away. My grandchildren are lots of fun, especially my granddaughter, Miss 4, going on about 24. She's got a look for every occasion. Right, so I'm just adding a little bit of brush-o, colour crystals, and this is the Prussian blue. Yeah, my granddaughter's got a look for every occasion, you know. My grandson started school recently, and their mother took a photo of him all dressed up in his school uniform and going off to school, and Scarlett photo bombed all the photos. She's just amazing, that child. Love her dearly. She thinks she's so cute. She is, but she's getting to the age where cute doesn't go down that well. Alright, so I'm going to mix all that in really well. Now, that might look a bit dark, but it will always dry lighter than it looks. Alright, I think that's sort of well mixed in. It's a bit like icing a cake. Alright, so I'm just going to put it about there. This will be interesting because I'm not sure that I'll get all the way down the page, but anyway. So then I'm just going to need to adjust my screen so I can see if you can see. And it doesn't have to be exact. Alright, so we're using embossing paste and the Prussian blue brush-o. scrape most of that off. I want it to dry quickly, so I'm not leaving sort of lumps of it on there. Alright, lift it up. Voila. Alright, same again down here. I've probably got too much embossing paste mixed up, but never mind. A little bit goes a long way with your embossing paste, and it's a bit like icing, you know. So have a play with it. It's lots of fun, and you can get some really cool effects with it. Now you could also use re-inker to colour your embossing paste, and you can also use your markers if you want a more subtle look. I just need to move a few things out of the way. Now don't forget to like my page and share this video with your friends or publicly, I don't mind which. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget, also you can buy all these products in my online store. Alright, gone a bit over there, but anyway. So, there's that one. Alright, now just going to get some paper towel and place it down here, because I want to also add a bit of the embossing there. So again, I'll load up my palette knife, and look, the palette knives, I think there are 3 or 4 in a pack, and I use this one because it suits me. So you just use whatever you feel comfortable with. I find this one's quite springy enough for me. To do what I want to do. I'll show you the others in a minute. Alright, so just drag that down there like that. This dries pretty quickly, so that's why I was worried about having the fan on today. So, and the reason I put the paper towel down is because I don't necessarily want to emboss all the way along there. Right, so I think that's about it. There we go. There's our embossing paste. Now, just give me 2 ticks while I run and put this under a tab. Actually, I don't like the way that's finished, so I'm going to add a bit more here. And shut like that. And I'll do it off at a bit of an angle. So you can just pick it up and, you know, put it down wherever you want. And really do whatever you want with it. You know, it's a great product to use with your silicone mat, and yeah, you can use it as is, as white, or colour it. With re-inkers, Brusho, your markers, ink pad, whatever you've got. You could probably even put some acrylic paint in it. Not too much though, because you don't want it to be too runny. Alright, so I think that'll do. And that's pretty dry now, so it dries fairly quickly. Okay, so the next bit I want to do is put some cardstock down. So let's see what I've got here. This is Smoky Slate. Not big enough. Alright, as I said, I've got this sort of idea in my head. I should have printed off the sketch I saw somewhere. Don't we all do that? So the reason I wasn't too worried about the mess down here was because I thought I'd put a piece of card over there. Have a swig of coffee. It's nearly cold now. Alright, so I'm going to cut that at about there. So you can see when I put a scrapbook page together, it's sort of a bit of, you know, guessometrics. I don't actually measure stuff. I use my pencil a lot and just cut away. So didn't cut that clearly, just had to put it a new blade in my cutter. Alright, on with some liquid glue. Can go about there. Alright, then I'm going to put down some designer series paper. Now we've got the butterfly, botanical butterflies coming to an end, so we're in celebration, so I thought I'd use some of that today. I don't have a lot left. I've used lots and lots of it. What's going to go? What do you reckon? I've got the blue butterflies, that might be a bit busy. Purple, I don't think. The Highland Heather. The large black and white. All that. Okay, got any suggestions? Neutral with the black and white. Might do the black and white, eh? What do you think? Any suggestions as to designer series paper to use? Oh, thanks, Wendy. I'm glad you like the embossing paste. Oh, scrapbooking's so much fun, and it's quite easy, Wendy, once you get started. Go to page maps. That's a great place to get sketches and ideas from. Alright, anyone going to help me with paper? Black and white might be too stark, so we'll go with this one, shall we? Alright. So I'm just going to cut a strip about there to there. Actually, I'll mark it on the wrong side. So let's see, from about there to there. And there. So no measurements, just if you want the measurements, I'll put them on my blog later. But now I can't find the pencil mark. Down there. And I can use that bit of DSP for something else. And then there. Okay. Got it this time. Should have got a coloured pencil out. And down there. So that's our DSP from Butterflies Galore. So stick that on out there. Yeah, do that, Wendy. Just trying to think. And have a look too, Wendy, on Scrapbooking Global. Now, it's a Stampin' Up Facebook group for scrapbooking. Sarah Levin and Sharon Dalton run it. And there's a design team. And we have blog hops each month. So that's what this page is going to be for, a mixed media blog hop. So check it out and see how you go. All right, now I have this piece of tin tile. That's the right side. Now, when you're using the dynamic textured impressions embossing folders, make sure you spritz the back of the card and then run it through the big shot. And you'll get a much better impression. So today, girls, if you go to my blog, there's Kylie's demonstrator training blog hop on today with lots and lots of wonderful inspiration. So go and check it out. I forget how many blogs there are in the hop masses, and you'll get a lot of inspiration from what you see in that blog hop today. All right, now that measures about 4 inches, or we'll cut it down 10 centimeters. There we go. By 12 will make it. All right, so I need a piece of black card, which is 10.5 by 12.5. Okay. So what do you think? Is it coming together? So I'm going to stick this on that. Sometimes it's hard to tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side, isn't it? And sometimes it doesn't really matter. Alright, stick this on here. Now, if these don't want to stick all the way around, turn it over and pop an acrylic block on it, and that'll keep it down. Okay, so next we need some flowers, I think. Some flowers. Alright. I'm slowly throwing stuff into a basket so I can put it all away. Now I didn't know whether I'd go with the daisy or I might go with the frosted bouquet from the holiday catalogue, which I really, really like. So we might do that. Alright, so that should be down. And I'm not going to pop that down just yet because I want to pop a flower or two under there and then around. Okay, so I'm just going to get that out of the way somewhere. Yep, I'm running out of space here because I'm sort of packed to go away and on one table and aircraft galore on another. Alright, so I'll just get some Whisper White card out here, just some scraps. So I'm going to need one, two, maybe three of the bigger flowers and a couple of little ones. So let's see what colours might do them in. Yeah, and I'm naughty, I haven't put my backs on my block, on my stamps. Old habits die hard, don't they? So I might use some grapefruit guava and some balmy blue and we'll see how we go. So there's the balmy blue. I do have to be able to clean them. Trouble is when you do a scrapbook page like today, I've got so much product out in case I needed it, so it limits the amount of room, and I just put my Stampin' Scrub onto my balmy blue. Wondered where it had gone. Okay, so we'll make some flowers. So this video won't go up on my blog for a little while. That's not very clean. Alright, it's small, turn that over now. And I'm going to stamp off as well so that I've got some paler ones. And we'll just cut them all out and see how we go. We'll try some grapefruit guava. I'm going to use that for some small ones as well. So we'll open this up, do some grapefruit guava. Alright, that should be enough of those. So that one's fine. I'll just do some small ones. Give that a clean first. Alright, I'll do some small ones in grapefruit guava. And that'll do for those. Close that up so I don't get myself into strife. I always end up with ink all over me, don't you? What have I done here? There we go. And then some balmy blue ones as well. Alright. That's the first frost that we've used. Oh. Coffee's gone. Where did that go? Alright. Now I'm just going to close this up and I'll bring in my big shot. Is anyone still out there? Bit of a lag. Alright, so I'll bring in my big shot and we'll cut some flowers. And I might just get some vellum and we'll cut some vellum leaves. Alright, add a bit more. Love the brick wall one. Good. Angie, I'm pleased. I just had to refresh my screen because I wasn't seeing comments. Alright, so I actually just add a little bit more water if it dries out, Angie. That seems to work well. Angie says add a bit of your white re-inker to it. Big shot. I've got that here. Got the dyes. Alright. Let's turn that around. See what I can fit on the plate all in one go. Put some vellum here because I'm going to cut some of this, the leaf. Alright, then I've got, put that there, and I can cut two of the little ones at once because Stampin' Up give us two. This is the first frost bundle. Well, it doesn't come as a bundle anymore. It was in the holiday catalogue, so you have to buy them separately. So when you see a bundle you like, my advice to you is buy it in that catalogue at the 10% off, because once the catalogue finishes you can no longer buy it as a bundle. So if you see a bundle in the catalogue, so say the Well Said bundle, buy it in this catalogue so you get it at the 10% off, because even if it's carried over, it won't be at a bundled price anymore. It'll be a full retail price. So don't forget that. And don't forget about the wood mount cases if you use them like I do for storage. Get some now before they are discontinued. And they will be discontinued, it's just a matter of time. I read this morning on a US site that in the UK they've already been discontinued. I think the only place they may not be discontinued is in the US, because they'll continue to have wood mount stamps into the future. That's the only market that will have wood mount stamps. Alright, why isn't this coming out? There we go. Just needs a bit of a wriggle. Alright, and I've got that flower done. I'll do another one there. These framelits are so easy to line up. Alright, so I've got 2 little flowers. Yeah, not working for me today. And we've gone over time. Sorry girls. I understand if you've got to leave and come and watch the rest later. Didn't think it was going to take this long. When I put it up on my blog, I edited it quite drastically. Take out all the chatter and what have you, and it just really goes up as a video. I wish Stampin' Up had given us 2 of the big flowers. And if you're going to hide some of your flowers under elements, they don't need to be cut perfectly. Alright, so more flowers cut, more leaves cut. Probably just do one more leaf. So this, this video will go up on the 18th as part of the Scrapbooking Global blog hop, which is on mixed media this time. Just cut a bit off here. I've got a bit more space. Alright, one more leaf out there. One more big flower. And I finished cutting all our little flowers. Alright, so roll this on through. Then we've just got some big flowers left to do. Right. Love using vellum for elements on scrapbook pages. So don't forget to let me know if you like this idea of doing a scrapbook page, because I'm quite happy to do more in the future. I have so many photos to scrapbook, and I do love Stampin' Up products to use in my scrapbooks. I also do the Memories and More pages, you know, pocket pages. I'm going to do that for our trip of New Zealand, and I mix those pocket pages with whole scrapbook pages. So I might choose 1 or 2 photos that are really special and do a scrapbook page on those, and then do some more pocket pages, then do another scrapbook page, and you can do that for everything. You can even do it for weddings, you know. Don't think for 1 minute that you need to scrapbook every single photo you've got. It's just not possible. I mean, I've got 5 grandchildren and I'm flat out keeping up with their photos and the pages for them. I've done an album for my eldest, who's now almost 36, and my twins are yet to get an album, and they're 33. So, you know, yeah, do the maths. I had 3 under 27 months. Oh, it was lots of fun. So, yeah, so don't ever think you have to scrapbook every single photo you get. So find the photos that you like and just scrapbook them. And then the rest do some pocket pages. You can do journaling. Now, a lot of people hate journaling because they say their handwriting's terrible. And I blame the digital age for that. But anyway, I'll tell you a bit of a story. I used to do circle journals. So it was like you might do it on a theme, and you'd do an A5 page and it would go into somebody else's journal, and you'd do that. You might have 5 or 6 people in the circle, and everybody would get 5 or 6 pages back for their journal. Now, one of the ones I was in had a lady from far north Queensland in it, and lovely lady. Anyway, I hadn't heard from her for a little while, and then suddenly I got an email from her husband who said, please take her out of this, she passed away. And she was only young and had 4 children. Anyway, I went on to Google search and did a bit of a search, and it turns out that she and 2 of her children were killed in an horrific crash in far north Queensland. You know, in this accident. So I felt terrible for her and her young family. And anyway, I got the girls together and we finished this journal, and I sent it off by, hi Diane, how are you? I sent it off by registered post, so I knew that she got it, he got it. Anyway, I didn't hear back, and about 3 months later I got this lovely email from him thanking me so much for getting it all together, because it was the only piece of, like, I collected all the pages from the girls that this woman had done, and it was the only piece of his wife's handwriting that he and the surviving children had. So never underestimate your handwriting. It's alright, I'm just trying to sort out flowers here while I talk, and I'm not doing very well at either. So, you know, if you're doing scrapbooking or memory pages, you're doing it because you want to have a record of what of your family memories, or, you know, holiday memories or whatever. All right, which one? Dark one or light one? Well, here's the blue. It's just going to tuck in underneath down here. Yeah, so make sure you have some of your own handwriting in your memory keeping or your scrapbooking, especially if you're doing family albums. Because, you know, that's what it's all about. It's keeping the memories alive and current and leaving stories for the generations to come. So make sure you do that, okay? All right, so what are we going with? Thanks, Wendy. Glad you like the embossing paste. All right. I'm leaning towards the paler one. What do you think? That one there? Or that one? We'll go with this one. All right, get little ones off. All right, so I'm going to go with this pale one, and I'm going to put one of these behind it, like that. Okay, so in with some glue dots. Oh, I found another packet of glue dots today that I didn't realise I had. Amazing. All right, so I'm just going to hold that down there and lift this up. Put a glue dot on the back so it holds that there, and put another glue dot. I could use some liquid glue, but I'm just going to use glue dots. All right, put that back down out there. And then I'm going to add this down with liquid glue. Okay. So, all right, so this is our page so far. All right, then I'm going to add a cluster of flowers. You like the dark, do you, Leslie? I think I'm going to do the dark down here. So I'll do the dark. I'm actually going to put a photo there. No, I'm going to put I might do a mat. How about that? Do a 6x4 mat out of black. I'll make it a little bit bigger than 6x4 so we know what we're dealing with. And you could use the rectangle stitched framelets if you wanted to. So I'm going to go with 6 1/8, which is 15, about 15.5 or 15.6 centimetres. There you are, there's a measurement, by 4 1/8 or 10.5 centimetres. And that's going to be my photo mat. And it's going to go there, like that. So we'll glue that down. And then we'll add our cluster of flowers. This means that I can add my photo later. Alright, now I've got glue everywhere. Alright, so our photo is going to go on that. And then I'm going to make a little cluster of flowers. And if I put glue dots on them, I can... Okay, so what do you think? Will that pass muster? Oh, okay. So, do you think, alright, so what if I do dark and dark? There, that looks better. I don't mind that being pale there because I want to do a bit of journaling to go on there. So if I do those there, and they're all sticking to my gluey nails, so we'll get these leaves down first and then stick the flowers on. So Leslie's saying she thinks the pale ones are getting lost in the background. I'll move this up a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to stick the leaves down here. I'll put another glue dot on in a second. So glue dot, yes. Alright, so that's down there. So I'll put another one there. And another one. Love my glue dots, as you can see. There. Alright, and then I'm going to pop these. Now I'm going to put glue dots on the far side so that I can lift them up. I'll put that one down there, hey? Alright. I'm trying to hurry here so I can finish this and you can see how things go. There's that one out. And then another glue dot on here. Alright, so there's a bunch of flowers. Now, don't think I need any more flowers. So we cut all those flowers and I can use them another time for something else. Okay, now so photo's going to go there. A little bit of journaling is going to go there. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to put a bow. Alright, Bashful, Balmy Blue or Calypso Coral are the two ribbons I've got out. Calypso Coral maybe? Balmy Blue. No, maybe the Calypso Coral. I know we've used the Guava, but this is the closest I've got. So out with my bow tying tool. Tie it off the roll so you save a bit of ribbon. Okay. Ribbon, scissors, where are you? Okay, ribbon's finished. That ribbon's finished. Glue dot. one page. There are days like that when everything wants to stick to you. I do need to clean my tools. Right, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Calypso coral. Right, now I was going to use some butterfly elements, which I've put somewhere safe. Here we go. Oh, I get so worried about pushing these out because I don't want to break them, but sometimes they're a bit stiff, aren't they? So don't forget what I said about the wood mat cases. These, you can see I store my stuff in them. My products in them. Alright, so we're going to go with the outline or just the butterfly. Let me know. Maybe the butterfly. Maybe down here. There. What do you think? I have to keep refreshing my screen because comments aren't coming up. Alright, what do you think about the butterfly? Just scrolling down, waiting for it to come back up. Alright, what do you think about the butterfly? That one or that one? Maybe that one. Alright, put those away. So we've got texture embossing paste with Brusho, and we've got vellum, bow, wood elements, and we're nearly done. Alright, so I'm going to put glue dot on there. Put that down there. Alright. And we need a sentiment. So that's what I was saying about the Well Said bundle, is that we've got, oh no, I know what else I was going to do, something quick and easy. Just wait while I get rid of some of this stuff that I'm not going to use. I was going to do some stamping as well, because we can do that. And I just need a little bit of Whisper White. Yep, I used up all my tiny pieces, didn't I? So here we go with Whisper White. And I'm just going to, from Timeless Textures, I'm just going to use this dotty stamp. And some balmy blue maybe. Alright, and I'm just going to stamp like that. So this is Timeless Textures that we've just used with Balmy Blue ink. And let's see, I might do a 1 1/8 punch. And I'm not going, I want some white and some of the balmy blue, so I'm just going to punch it. Oh no, maybe the 1 3/8. Nothing like making a decision. I'm throwing all the product into a basket that I've finished with. So that's the banging you can hear. So just down with the 1 3/8 scallop circle punch. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of that. Don't be stingy with your dimensionals, because sometimes they sink. Not the dimensionals, the element that you put it on sinks, and it's all because you haven't used enough there you go. How's that? There's another element. And we need a sentiment. I was also thinking of putting this stamp from Touches of Texture down there. Right, so in with a block. I've got a pile of paper on top of my trolley, and I'm just hoping it's not all going to collapse on me in a big bundle. Alright, so ink that up. What do you think? Alright, so I'll just clean that off. So that's from Touches of Texture, and I'll put all the products that I've used in the blog post, which goes live on the 18th of March, and is part of the Scrapbooking Global blog hop. And there's a Facebook page that you don't have to be a demonstrator to belong to. It's just for people who like Stampin' Up products and using them in their scrapbooks. So anybody can belong to it. And they have a blog hop each month. Right, so I'm going to just use one of the phrases, and might just use love because it's quick and easy to get to. I'll just die cut that, so I'll just move that to one side for a moment. See if you've made any more comments. Alright, in with the big shot. And I might do this in basic black so it stands out. And that's all you need is a scrap. And if I'd thought about it, I would have got the multi-purpose adhesive sheet out, and just measure your sentiment, which I've put here. So just measure your sentiment, cut a bit of card out and put your sentiment, and put the adhesive sheet on the back, and then die cut your sentiment, and then take the backing off the adhesive sheet, and it's ready to adhere to your layout. But I've got to get that out, so, and I'm not running to get it out now because we're running so late. All right. Yep, trimmer just went. Just a sec. I didn't have it locked, so I've lost the track out of it. No, myself, lock trimmer. Alright, so here's our sentiment to go on our page. I might actually do a little tab of, got a piece of balmy blue cardstock and let's see, try the pretty label punch, and we'll just cut that out. And yep, where's it gone? There it is. Glue it on. Now you just need little dots of glue. That's where I put all the spare flowers. Little dots of glue. Or as I said, the multi-purpose adhesive sheets work really well with this, and I didn't get them out, so just forgot. So alright, so I'm just going to pop that down on there. I've got a photo in mind, but alright. Now, did I leave some room under here? No, I didn't. So, in with the heat tool. No idea what that was. Banging down. Anyway, so I'm going to pop that in under there. And I'm going to pop a couple of dimensionals on the top, and one on the top anyway. Right, and pop that in. Alright, so and a bit more glue underneath there, and we're done. Sorry it's taken so long, but when you're designing, you know, pages such as this, they do take a bit of time, and you know, you get faster as you go along. Today I wanted to use lots of different elements, and I just put a dab of glue on there, and I'm just going to wipe it off. Here we go. Alright, and today I wanted to use lots of different elements. So we've used First Frost, we've used touches of texture, butterfly elements, tin tile, dynamic textured impressions embossing folder, the organdy ribbon, Well Said bundle, the botanical butterfly designer series paper, vellum, whisper white, smoky slate, balmy blue, and we've used Brusho with embossing paste and the embossing mats. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for your time. I know we've gone over by a lot, but I hope you've enjoyed what we've done. Alright, so thanks a lot, and I won't see you next week. I'll see you in 2 weeks time, same channel. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.
Because everybody plays a part in doing what we love.